how's it going? Death Gun here. I know I haven't been on in a very long time. I do apologize. I've been on a bit of a hiatus. So with now official news that Orcust are getting their new support Link monster soon, I am happy to bring this deck back into the spotlight. This time I'm utilizing the Sky Striker engine since I never got to use it back when it was during its prime because everything was expensive. I am so thankful for reprints making things a bit cheaper. Plus the engine just looks to be a bit more fun and annoying compared to basic Orcust. My last variant was Mermail. I also tested Barrel Dragon machine at Orcust, but I figured this one will do the trick better since it doesn't have to utilize Machina Fortress. So without further ado guys, let's get into the deck profile. Starting with 3 Girsu the Orcust Knight. For this little guy, basically Foolish Burial on legs. He can send 1 Orcust or World Legacy monster from deck to grave. Also, the other nifty ability it has is if you have no other monsters on your field, you can basically special summon a token to your side of the field and the opponent's side of the field. Which, for your side of the field, you can get rid of it for a Link Spider, which can then help you get into the Galatea plays, or be used for Galatea I when she arrives into the TCG. Another added bonus to give your opponent a token to their side of the field is if in case they have something to play against you on their turn, they can't because they have a token they have to get rid of first in order to do so to you. The next card we run 3 out of this deck is Orcust Harp. This little guy, you can banish him from the grave to special summon 1 Orcust monster from deck to the field. I am so happy he came back to 3. He is my main reason why I went back into this deck. He's one of my favorites of the Orcust compared to Dean Girsu. Then we run into 2 Cymbal Skeleton, the Monster Reborn. It can banish itself to special summon 1 Orcust monster from the grave to the field. The next card we go into 2 of is Orcust Knightmare. For this one, you can basically banish it from the grave to target 1 monster in the field. Send 1 machine or dark machine monster, dark machine monster, to the grave to give that monster an attack of 100 times its level / rank. But it can also help you get your combos going with Harp Horror, Cymbal, or one of the other pieces. Next, we go into 1 World Legacy World Wand. For this little read as repulsive wand, you can essentially banish it to target 1 of your banished machine monsters, especially when it back to the field, which can then trigger off some more combos later on when that monster goes back into the grave to be utilized again. Then the last 2 monsters that run out of the main deck is Dark Grepher and Armageddon Knight. Essentially the extra Foolish Burials in case the main Foolish Burial gets stopped. So then with that guys, we go into the spells. We go into 3 Sky Striker Mobilized Engage. For this little beauty, essentially, you can add 1 Sky Striker card from deck to hand. But if you also if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can draw 1 additional card. But the other major downside to the Sky Striker engine is that you have to have no monsters in your main monster zone. So essentially, you'd want to get Galatea or some other Link monster on the top, and just set most of them and just wait to mess with the opponent during their turn. The good thing about Sky Striker Engage is that it's also once per turn, so as long as you can recycle it, you can keep using it again. Next, we go into 2 Widow Anchor. Essentially, this guy can negate a monster effect. The other nifty bonus is also if you have 3 or more spell cards in your grave, you can take control of that opponent's monster until the end of the turn. This is one of my favorites. I just love that get over here type of action it can pull. So then we go into 1 Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones. Provides a token for the field, which can get into Kagari, which Kagari can recycle 1 of your Sky Striker cards. It also gives you an extra monster in case you do need it. So its other bonuses if you have 3 or more, it gains 1500 attack and defense. And the next card we go out of for the Sky Striker engine is 1 Mecha Shark Cannon. Essentially, a wannabe called by the grave. You can banish a monster from the opponent's grave. If you also have 3 or more, you can special summon that monster to your side of the field, which can give you more bonuses for Link Fodder or Exene, depending on whichever monster you take. So then we go into the draw engine of this deck, so I do apologize, this may go by quick for this part. 3 Orcustrated Return, send 1 Orcust or World Legacy to the grave to draw 2 cards. 3 Allure of Darkness. You draw 2 and banish 1 dark, which can lead into your combo plays with the World Legacy wand. And it also helps you get rid of stuff in case you really don't need it at that time too. 3 Upstart Goblin because I really want to get my grave full of spells as fast as possible. I know it hurts to give the opponent an extra 1,000, but that draw could lead yourself to victory if you get the right card. Then the next 3 ofs that we go into this deck is 3 Forbidden Droplet. I am so happy this card was budget when it first came out, but I love the fact that I can send Orcust to the grave to get additional bonuses which can help me against battle. It also negates the monster effects and cuts their attacks in half. I can also chain this with a Sky Striker spell to actually get extra bonuses with it, depending on the situation. Then I go into double Forbidden Chalice. I've been seeing a lot of this in some videos recently against the Yugioh and some other mainline threats. I decided to toss them in for the hell of it. They might be replaced with Lightning Storm, maybe Harpy's Feather Duster when the time comes, or maybe Thrust. And speaking of triple tactics, we go into the talents, double of them, because what else is better than looking through everyone's hand to take 1 monster from them, either draw 2 cards, or take control of one of their monsters for the turn. I love this card. I'm excited to get Thrust when I can. 1 Orcustrated Bable, because it makes the Orcus into quickies, which I love, especially when right now we're in a bestial bit of a format. 1 Reinforcement of the Army for searching. The actual Called by the Grave, because screw opponents' graveyards every once in a while. I don't want them to have their plays, especially if they try to throw and lockbird me, I want to give them the bird. Literally. 1 Foolish Barrel to help get the Orcus plays going. And 1 Orcus Crescendo for that negation. So for that, guys, the main deck is at 41. I want to lower it down to 40. I just got to figure out which card to take out. So then we go into the extra deck, starting off with 2 Dean Girsu, the Orcus of the Evening Star. For this guy, basically, you can get rid of 1 Orcust Link monster to summon him. His effect is you can send 1 card on the field to the grave, non-targeting, or you can also equip 1 monster that's banished from the banished zone to him as material. Also, if your field were to be threatened by something like a destruction effect, you can detach the material to protect them. Next card we go into is OTK Talker, access code, for the popping, also the wham bam thank you ma'am. 1 0 Boros, because if I'm going, you're all going with me type of play. I wanted to put Bomber, Topologic Bomber Dragon, but I couldn't find space for him, but I might try too soon. 1 Orcust Knightmare Unicorn, for the additional bonus of sending a card from your hand to the grave to spin a card back into the deck. 1 Long Girsu, while he's linked, he can't be destroyed by card effects. His other ability is you can recycle 2 banished machine monsters or dark monsters to then non-target send 1 monster that's linked on the field to the grave. So you'd want to put this guy in a certain arrow spot to mess with the opponent. Double Galatea. For her, she recycles a banished monster too. Also, her ability is, while she's linked, she can't be destroyed by battle. She can also set 1 Orcus spell or trap from deck to the field. It is also the very reason why we run this at all. She's the very best card out of it. 1 Sky Striker Ace Azalea Temperance for monster removal in case it's below 2,500. Sorry, my bad if I'm messing up, guys. It's my first time doing these videos in a while. 1 Sky Striker Ace Azalea for that card popping essence. Also, if there's 3 or more spells, I believe, in the grave, during the damage step, you can banish 1 of them to pop a monster before the damage occurs. Then I run into the IP and SP, the little annoying girls everyone's been hating since they debuted. 1 Barricade Board Blocker for also added discarding and for getting the field spell back in case it's been destroyed. Link Spider for that potential play with the Girsu, like I mentioned with the token. I'm not sure how long he'll be in here though. And then 1 Sky Striker Ace Kagari for the ability to recycle a Sky Striker stuff from grave to the hand. Also, she gains 100 for each spell card you have in your grave. So with all the spells I have in my deck, she gets up there pretty nicely. So within that, guys, we go into the side deck, which is at 15. I go into 3 Artifact Lancia. I've been seeing these heavily played now, so I decided to get them out. I'm just sad I only have 1 hollow. 2 Chaos Hunter. I really wish I can get a 3rd one right now, but I am so proud of that one guy for winning with the Fire King structure deck. I'm hoping to get my Fire King deck up and running soon once I'm able to afford the Fire King waifu girl whenever I can. Then we go into triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring for that tool negate. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster for back row. 1 multi-tool Storm, Lightning Storm for back row or for attack position monsters. 1 Sky Striker Maneuver Afterburners for the ability to pop a monster on the field. Also, if you have 3 or more spells in the grave, you can pop 1 additional spell or trap card on the field. And then the last card that I run 3 of out of this deck is because I want to get even with people in case they mess with me and I don't like their back row, is Evenly Matched. You don't know how many times this card has saved me when I've used it to try and stop the opponent's field. They negate it, I turn over the other card in my hand, and it's the second Evenly Matched. And they're like, bleep. And it makes me happy to have this. But with that, guys, this is my Sky Striker Orcust variant. I will be trying out other variants of the deck soon, along with other decks I'll be hoping to profile once I get things ready. So with that, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think of the profile, what I should take out of the deck, what I can put in. Improvements are necessary. Just let me know. So with that, guys, Deathgun signing off. Thank you guys for watching.